Welcome back. Shocking new video shows two large SUVs dropping off dozens of illegal immigrants at the border in Jacumba, California. The group appearing to be mostly adult males, made up of people from China, Turkey, Brazil, and India. Customs and Border Patrol sources say there were nearly 1,100 illegal crossings in the San Diego sector on Sunday, 97 Chinese nationals and 91 Turkish nationals. The House Homeland Security Committee is expected to mark up articles of impeachment against DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas today. Joining me right now is Florida Congressman Greg Steube, a member of the House Ways and Means Committee and a U.S. Army veteran himself. Sir, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Yeah, good morning.
We're trying to understand what's going on at the San Diego border, because my sources are telling me that the activity is shifting much more into Arizona and San Diego, 2,000 people a day, even as the flow continues in Texas. What can you tell us about the southern border right now?
Well, and I think you bring up a great point that a lot of Americans don't understand. These aren't South American Latinos coming up through the border.
Right.
We've had like 30,000 Chinese nationals, Chinese Communist Party people. We've had 43,000 Russians. We've had Afghans, Turkans. We've had people from all over the world, from countries that tout that they hate America. Over 300 terrorists now have come in through the southern border. So it's not just the fentanyl. It's not just the sex trafficking and the child trafficking. It is people that are coming to this country that wish to do us harm, some of which are already on terrorist watch lists, some of which are not, which wish to do us harm. More fentanyl has been seized to kill the entire population of the entire world, and that's just what they've seized. That's only a fraction of what's been coming across the border. National security is border security, and this administration is completely and absolutely failing us.
It's pretty incredible, and I spoke with the governor of Texas just the other day on this program. He's calling it an invasion. Watch this.
My hope is that the United States Supreme Court and courts across the country, they see exactly what's happening on our border. It's not what happened under Bush or under Trump or under Obama. This is something completely different that has never happened before in the history of the country. This is an invasion by people we don't know who they are, where they're coming from, or the danger they may pose. And so it's right for Texas to have taken the steps that we have taken to crack down on the illegal crossings, to declare it an invasion and use every tool we can to do the job that Biden is not doing, and that's to try to deny illegal entry into our country.
So Congressman, why are your colleagues on the Senate, after 10 million illegals are already in the country on Joe Biden's watch, why are they agreeing to these compromises in this Senate deal? You know what your speaker has said. Speaker Mike Johnson weighed in on the Senate border deal being negotiated on X. He writes this: any border shutdown authority that allows even one illegal crossing is a non-starter. Thousands each day is outrageous. They're talking about 5,000 a day before anything gets done. The number must be zero, says Mike Johnson. Congressman, why are your colleagues on the Senate side compromising on this situation now?
I don't know, and I don't know what our border has to do with Ukraine's border or the Ukraine war, and tying those two together, I think, is also error. But let me remind your viewers that the House passed our Secure the Border Act in May of last year. So all of this talk from Schumer in the White House that, oh, a bill has to pass for them to do what they need to do, that's an outright lie to the American people. And on top of that, the Republicans have sent a secure border bill May of last year to the Senate, and it has sat there in languish because they don't want border security. Joe Biden doesn't need a bill to reverse what he changed when he became president. We had all these policies in place that the Trump administration had in place, the border wall being built. We had a hold on the illegal immigration issue, and now you have people coming in a week and a month that would come in a year under the Trump administration because they had policies in place that the president used to shut it down. He could shut it down today, yesterday, 3 years ago, but they don't want that. It doesn't match their political objectives. So they're going to try to subvert and blame Republicans that we haven't sent him some bill and haven't given him more money. So basically to hire more border agents to process more illegals into our country.
It's unbelievable. Meanwhile, there's fires everywhere you look. Of course, you've got the wide open border and all these terrorists coming in, but you've also got the aggression from Iran, the aggression from China. President Biden claims he's going to respond to an Iranian-backed drone strike that killed 3 of our U.S. troops in Jordan. The strike reportedly likely to be the more powerful than previous U.S. retaliatory strikes in Iraq and Syria, he claims. But, you know, Biden on the campaign trail back in 2020 was claiming that it was Trump pushing the United States toward war with Iran, even though nothing happened on Trump's watch. Watch this.
A president who says he wants to end endless wars in the Middle East is bringing us dangerously close to starting a brand new one. There's a smart way to counter them, to counter Iran, and a self-defeating way. Trump's approach, in my view, is demonstrably the latter.
Well, now we've got 3 service people dead, heroes of this country, because of bad policy. You heard Biden saying it's a smart way to counter Iran. His strategy has been the wrong way. He told Iran, don't do it. They weren't listening. Watch this.
To any country, any organization, anyone thinking of taking advantage of this situation, I have one word: don't. Don't.
And what's the message to Iran?
Don't.
As President Biden said, just don't.
Exactly. One word. Pretty straightforward.
What is your message to Hezbollah and its backer, Iran?
Don't. Don't. I've already delivered the message to Iran. They know not to do anything.
Oh, yeah, they know all right, Congressman. Your reaction?
Well, my reaction is complete disappointment that over 100 of our bases have been attacked. Over 60 of our service members, now 3 of them killed, have been injured from these attacks. And we have an administration that is doing absolutely nothing but lip service and telling our enemies don't. I mean, this is Iran who chants death to America. You have to have strength that like President Trump had. We didn't have these type of attacks because they knew that if they attacked, that President Trump would react strongly and with strength and defend our service members. And it is long past time to act that way. And the Biden administration released $6 billion to the Iranians, and then you wonder why Hezbollah and Hamas and the Houthis are attacking us because they now have money that the Biden administration gave them. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out.
Congressman, real quick before you go, you served our nation with honor. What the heck happened that the enemy drone that killed those troops in Jordan was mistaken for a U.S. drone? How does that happen? How come that drone was not intercepted and now we have 3 dead heroes?
I have no idea how that mistake happens, and now we have service members that are dead because of it. But none of this should be happening, because if you exuded strength from the White House and reacted to defend our service members, nobody would attack us.